Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of frustration, a whole lot of old man complaining, whole lot of career that's not a career. In order to progress in the career mode, I do not have enough mileage to upgrade the vehicle that needs to be upgraded to be competitive with the next race I have in career mode. I need 7 more miles driven, which means I need to do a custom race, which I don't like having to do a custom race, but I will do it. And I'm actually going to take the advice, because I have no respect for being forced to do this, because career mode doesn't give you enough miles to actually play in career mode. I am going to set up a race. It's a circuit race. It is not pro muscle. It is touring cars, Heritage Super Tours. That's the car. And there's only 2 vehicles to choose. And I'm going to choose Indianapolis, and I'm going to choose the oval because it's very easy, and it's only 2.5 miles. So if I do it 3 laps, right, that'll be 7.5 miles. So 3 laps. 2 is the lowest you can choose, so I'm not going to get hit by anybody, and it's going to be very boring. And I apologize for that, but this is what the game forces me to do. But it'll be quick. However, I'm not going to actually go in the event yet, because I am going to go back and save. Because what I can do first is go to the garage and fix my livery. So let's fix my livery to match my other liveries. That way I'll know if I got the right car. Yes, that's a beautiful livery on its own, but I modify it slightly. Change that color, and the same thing with the tertiary color. Put a little more yellow in there. Just a little bit more yellow. Make some of the stripes yellow. One of the stripes here yellow. And do I just hit back? Yes, and apply. And I do that so that I always recognize what car it is that's mine. And I put a little extra yellow in because that's, if you look in the upper right hand corner there, that's the best banner I could find that has the most green on it. And I like green, and it kind of matches the icon for me that I picked, which I changed all the colors around the green for that, the little cat. Because I love cats. Don't necessarily, yellow cats. Cats aren't usually that yellow, but, I wouldn't turn away a yellow cat. I have a little stuffed black cat sitting right near me, but fortunately he's not staring at me. He's looking in the other room. Otherwise, it would freak me out. I got a story about him too, but let me do this race. Sure, let's clean and respray. I'm going to need to do that after this race. Okay, race creator. I got it all set up, so I can just do it. Create event. Yep. Now, I apologize that I have to go through this boring thing to get miles, but the next race I'm facing, I will not be competitive unless I get level 1 upgrade. Oh, 2 AI, okay. Well, it's the lowest number I had to put. And one of them is my teammate. He better not screw me. Although it doesn't matter what I get. So on my word, it doesn't matter what I get. I will probably get first. I just need to get in 7 miles. And this is the easiest way to avoid collisions. It's the most boring way to get miles. But the game forces you to get miles, and because this is the shortest track, you can get through the miles very quickly and get back onto the custom race. I was sitting there trying to choose a circuit that gave me however many miles I need, because you don't always need 7 miles. Sometimes you'll only be 5 miles short, or sometimes you'll be 12 miles short. But, yeah, Highway Buster, shout out to him. HWYBUSTER. He streams on Twitch occasionally. A few different games. He doesn't stream a commentary, he just streams the game. But he responds to chat. So 3 laps around the oval, that'll give me enough miles. And it's weird that a custom race gives you miles towards career mode anyway. But it does, which is good. Otherwise you'd have no way. You'd have to just do the same race over and over and over again. You know, the previous race you'd have to do over and over again, which seems to take the you know, lowers the fourth wall, breaks the oh, what's it called? Something illusion, something, I can't remember what it's called. Illusion. Oh, suspend. It fails to suspend disbelief. But consider this practice. It's when I first get a car and I have to upgrade it, you know, this is like a test track. That's what it is. It's a test track. So you just drive around the test track. They're testing the car out. Get a few miles in, so they know how to what parts they need upgrading. Obviously, you would do the test track after they put in the upgraded parts. But you know, we're suspending our disbelief on that. So I'm driving around a test track here in Indianapolis with 2 other cars that are far in the background because I'm actually faster than them. Even without the upgrades, these are all stock cars that they always put in the on these pickup events. So, and I do have the option set to say include upgrades and things. I don't have any upgrades. They also do not have any upgrades. Difficulty level I'm playing on, I am faster, slightly faster than the other cars, but they are so aggressive. It's either raise the difficulty level and put on flashbacks, so if they run me in a wall, I can roll time back. And I hate flashbacks, so I'd rather play on a slightly lower difficulty level where they can be competitive just because they're so aggressive. All right, I got in my 7 miles. I got in my 7 miles. I now go to the garage and find the car again because they don't remember what car you used last. Isn't that one? You have touring on, right? Was touring or was it tuner? Super Tourers, yeah. Why can't I find it? No, wrong button. Wrong button! Tuner touring. Okay. It was... Where is it? What? What is wrong? What am I not seeing? Why is my car not over here? Is this it? No? Oh, what car was it? Oh, I might have just seen it. Super Tours Heritage. But it doesn't give me the class when I look at it. So I have to go in here and see what the actual vehicles were. They're touring, super touring, and I had the Nissan. Okay. Oh. I admit some of this is my brain. Nissan, that's the one, isn't it? Yes, Nissan Skyline GTR Group 8. Yes. Okay. So now I can upgrade it. Which I have to do. Well, let's clean it while I'm at it. Upgrades. Now I can afford. I'm eligible to buy the level 1 upgrades from it. And I have more than enough money. And this does nothing for me. It gives me extra flashbacks. That flashback's turned off. Now, I might eventually want to turn that on just to give me... So I can come down here and get extra money, which is kind of crappy. This gives me extra experience points. I don't need that at all. I don't even know what I think you level out at 100, so it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But depending on how much this is going to cost me, I don't probably even care. But I always would like more money. And as far as team options, again, sponsors mean nothing because they're too messed up, so I can't do the sponsor races. I've talked about this before. Teammate development, mechanic development. I think I already bought all of these that do me any benefit. I didn't buy any of these, right? Yeah. Which is basically just things that give me. And I'm a little annoyed that I actually spent money to get all these sponsor upgrades, even though I didn't know that I wouldn't be able to meet them. But and sponsorship requirements turned down because I didn't know I didn't need to meet them. Sponsorship payouts increasing. So requirements are lower, payouts are higher, and I get more of them, and they're all broken. Not all of them, but many of them are broken. You can't meet the requirements. And even the ones you can meet, they're too difficult to work with, so. This is the upgrade prices, which are reduced. Racecraft earnings are not important. I picked the first one, but now I've got enough that I don't need them. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my money on this. 1,000. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter how much experience I get. Winnings. Cut from winning with a loan car is reduced. Oh, this might be helpful. Yeah, let's do these. Because I might have to start using loaner car. I might have to start buying cars. So these are worth doing. And now I've got everything I need. I mean, for completeness, I could do these. How much were these? I don't know. It's not going to tell me. I should save my money to buy cars in case I need to buy cars. Which, once I get to the pro level, I think I'm going to need to buy cars. So, but I don't need the... I think I'm going to hit 100 before I get these, and I don't think it goes above 100. I don't know that for sure. Okay, now I can finally go back to the career mode, which is what I wanted. And every time you go to the career mode menu, it doesn't remember where you left off. I left off on touring, and it always goes back. It doesn't remember you were on touring. Doesn't remember what last race you did. Okay. I did this. Heritage Super Tours Finals. Now I should be able to... There are 3 rounds in this. Okay. Oh, and look, one is in... At least it's not the oval. Okay. And I can use... It shows my car, so I can use that car, I'm sure. Oh, look at that! I just go to get the details, and I want the details of this race. So you look at the details, you hit back, and it takes you to the top again. Man, that's so annoying. So many little annoying things. And I want the car that I upgraded, of course, not the car that I don't even own, which I could afford to buy if I wanted to, but then I couldn't afford to upgrade it because I don't have the mileage on it. And every division is like semi-pro, pro, etc. They use different cars, so you will not get all the cars. You cannot use all the cars. I mean, you could use them if you just kept doing your own custom races and switching off back and forth, but you basically are not going to use all the cars in a career mode. So, I am going to take a drink of my warm soda, or my fresh hot tea, coffee, American tea, otherwise known as coffee. All right, and it's 3 events. So the trick is to not finish first. If I finish like 5th, I'll get enough points, but I'll be ahead of the 4th slowest cars on the 2nd place. I mean, you might as well finish first, but the problem is then, yeah, I don't like the fact that they always put you in reverse order of however many points you earn. Oh, and now, okay, we're restarting the race. We have to start restarting races. Sorry about that. I only wanted to do it when it was in the first lap, but they've gotten more aggressive or more difficult as the class moves up. And the alternative is to lower the overall AI difficulty, which would mean some races are just ridiculously easy, which they don't want to do. That would lower their aggression, but also lower their driving. And because of their aggression, the game expects you to have flashbacks to make up for the fact that they treat you unfairly. Now that was kind of my fault. I kept that guy away from the line. So I had to always say, well, if they run me into the wall in the first turn, I'll restart. But now it's like, well, if they run me into the wall on the first lap, I'll restart. So I'm not saying I don't like the game. I like the game. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. I like the game. But trying to play career mode can be really frustrating. Not as frustrating as GTA Element 3, which is the last racing game I played. Career mode there was impossible. It was impossibly difficult. Even on the lowest difficulty level, it was impossibly difficult for me. Oh, look at that! See? See? Maybe I can cover. Hopefully I can cover. I only need to finish like in the top 5. This game used to be a sim-cade game, and it's gotten more and more cade and less sim. And part of the arcade part is, you know, the running into you. I'm surprised they don't have chains that they swing around as they're passing you like road rash. You know, they don't, as you're passing them, they don't turn on razor blade hubcaps. To slash your tires. The game has gotten more and more arcadey. I don't know if they always had flashbacks. Maybe they did. But it's definitely gotten more arcadey. And the story mode is virtually unplayable, as far as I'm concerned. It's too short for one. It's only 32 races total, because that's all they could afford to pay the live actors for the cutscenes. Last YouTube episode, I told the whole storyline of the story mode, but I gave a spoiler warning in case anyone wants to play story mode. So go back and watch the previous YouTube episode if you want. youtube.com/rollcageandabouttv. Will be episode, I can't check. Not 50 something. 5 something. 5 maybe. 9.5. Anyway, the last episode. Prior to this one. Yeah, you can look at the title of this one if you're watching on YouTube. It's just the number right below this one. Actually, there's playlists on my YouTube channel. You can get us youtube.com/@rollcagetv. There are playlists for all the games I've played on stream. I have a playlist on the homepage under a section called Featured Games. And you might have to scroll around because they're in chronological order of the time that I created the players, the time of the order I played the games. I would like to have those in reverse chronological order, but it's a bug in the YouTube interface that doesn't let me drag those around, reorder them. So I'm stuck with the order that I originally created them in. Anyway, but I have a playlist there, and there is a Grid Legends playlist, and it is in chronological order, so you can binge the whole thing beginning to end. I don't think I'm going to change that. I don't think there's going to be more than like 100 episodes of the game, so it will be in chronological order. If you miss something, you'll just have to scroll down there again. Some of my games I have also sections on the YouTube homepage. For example, Civilization, but I was thinking SnowRunner. Each region has its own playlist in addition on the homepage. YouTube limits you to only so many custom sections you can put on your homepage. So if I've played a game for less than 100 episodes, or even if it's a little over 100 episodes, and doesn't have a logical place to break it up, I'm not going to waste. I'm just going to have one playlist for it, not separate sub-playlists. And the games that I have just a single playlist, they're in chronological order for easy binging. The games that I have multiple playlists, for example, SnowRunner, the main playlist, what's on the featured games list is in reverse chronological order, so that it's easy to catch up with just a couple of the latest episodes that we missed. Then the individual sections, like in SnowRunner, I don't know, if you don't know SnowRunner, you won't know what I'm talking about, but you play in different areas for multiple hours, and so you start off in Michigan, or a Michigan playlist, and then you move on to Alaska, so I have an Alaska playlist. And each of those playlists are going to be around 100 or close to 100. So those are the ones for binging, but the main one is for catching up. Anyway, I hope everyone watching this enjoyed my 12-hour marathon stream on Twitch. 8th place. That might be good enough. There's 3 events. I will get a couple points. Hopefully this will put me in a position to win the next race. If I don't win the next race, then I'm kind of screwed over. Don't tell me my mic is acting up even with it plugged in. Oh, it is. Alright, hopefully that's better. I haven't cleaned the contacts as well. Alright, continuing on. Event 2, or race 2 in this event. Yeah, TTL 3 had that issue as well with the microphone. I don't know what it is about racing games. Maybe it's the way I play the game differently. I get excited and bump the cord more or something. I don't know. It's a lot less in this game than happens a lot less in this game than TTL. I do have a point. Right? I've got 4 points, which could be enough. Yeah, hopefully that's enough. If I come in first, I'll have a chance still. Even though they'll start me at the end. They'll start me near the back if I come in first, but it'll be close enough that I know. It's not what I want to do. I want to go here. Alright. I'm starting in a better position, so I should have a good chance of coming here and getting in a good starting position. I mean, getting a competitive position soon after the first few turns here, but they could run me into the wall at any time. And see, this is not. I'm playing in an arcade mode here where I'm using fender brakes, but I do have actual damage turned on, so that's another thing I could compromise my morals for is turn damage off. Which would make it definitely an arcade game if I played it without damage turned on. Then I could be as aggressive as I want. I can use those fender brakes. I am playing on on hard AI, but hard AI is actually the middle of 5. There's easy, medium, hard, and then 2 more ahead of that. And they're not super hard and mega hard. I don't know what they're called. Probably just called super and mega. Mega combo. Reminds me of old casual PC games that were like Jewel, was it? I don't know. Match 3 games where actually I don't know if it was a match 3 game. Some kind of game where, you know, if you get you're cutting me off that side. Well, I'll go this side. Oh, I didn't get enough drift doing that maneuver. Or draft doing that maneuver. And I didn't get a nemesis, that's good. What's happening? Okay, to the inside, hard brake. Hard brake. I've got a good chance of winning this race. 25 points. I don't think I have a nemesis yet, which is good. If I can get in first place, I can avoid that. These cars will probably not catch me if I can get in first place, because they can't. There'll be no one to block me and ram me from the front, unless I get a nemesis, and then they get a speed boost. So as long as I just keep my focus now and don't mess up my own driving, I should win this. But you see, I wasn't blowing by anybody on the straightaways or anything. They also have level and upgraded cars. So the only way I was going to be able to compete with them, unless I could, unless I was good enough to play on a higher difficulty level, which the higher difficulty level is even more aggressive and unfair. But, my car is a little bit faster than theirs on this difficulty level, down the straightaway. It's supposed to be, because the turns are, they're so aggressive on the turns and stuff. So on this difficulty level, this is the difficulty level where I can where I, with my skill level, can win, have a chance of winning races. Because on the next highest difficulty level, not only are they faster, the car's a little bit faster than yours, and they're very aggressive, so a little bit faster on the straightaway, and they're very aggressive, so it's hard to make up even in the turns. And of course, they're better in the turns too, though theoretically not as good as a human driver, but probably better than this human driver. I can actually, the next difficulty level up, which I think is expert, I think it's like easy, medium, hard, expert, master or something. We'll just call it that. The next difficulty level up, I can't beat them on the straightaway, so I have to beat them around the corners, which if they don't run into me, I can actually do, but they're so aggressive that I can't, if they start me near the back, or even in the middle, unless they start me in pole position, I can't win a race, because they'll just, they'll block me, run into me, do all kinds of nasty things to me. But you see here now, yeah, I'm winning this on the straightaway. So, but it's not because they have unupgraded cars and I have upgraded cars. I could tell by the slowliness that I was gaining on guys in front of me that it was just the normal advantage I have at the hard difficulty level. Which makes sense because it's the second race in the series, and usually first race is on upgraded cars, second race is upgrade level 1, third race is upgrade level 2. That's based on my experience. I don't know. And I better get enough to get to level 2 upgrades. I think I did. Oh, I got one more race in the event, so I would definitely make it then. Now this is going to be difficult. I gotta look at the event stand and see how I'm doing. I've been drinking a lot of coffee, but I'm hoping I can hold out until oh, point to point. These are fun. I don't know how long this is, but these are fun. I am starting yeah, I'm in first place in the standings, even though I only got a 10th place, which means I'm going to be starting near the back, but I can count on these couple of guys not winning, these few that are behind me, so I probably still only need to finish near the middle of the pack, but just to be sure, because these guys down here that didn't win before are probably going to win, so I haven't guaranteed myself a victory, but as long as I get on the podium, I should have a win, because like I said, the guys behind me in the standings are not going to win. They don't have favorites. They don't pick favorites, unlike they do in most games. They don't rate their drivers as best drivers to worst drivers and have certain favorites that are always going to be near the front, which would normally would be, but since they don't have that, you don't have to finish, you don't have to win first in any race in order to win a 3-race event. You saw there how easily I finished first when I finished not great in the first event. You would think that if it was like most other racing games, you'd have maybe 3 people that had a chance of winning a race, the same 3 people. So if it's a 3-race event, maybe 3 different people would win, but the other 2 would finish in a pole position. So they wouldn't make all 3 of them finish first, or they wouldn't make the same one finish first, because you'd have no chance in the last race of catching up unless you won all 3 races, which couldn't happen, of course, because then they couldn't win all 3 races. But anyway. In most racing games, they pick like 3 favorites, and then either the same person will win 2 races, and then the next 2 people will finish one for 1 second, the other third, and then the other second, and the 1/3. And I'm gonna restart. Sorry, I hate restarting, but I'm gonna restart. I got screwed. It's too close. I don't want to have to redo the entire event.
Sorry, race control are about to get this underway.
I'm not ahead by very much. Yeah, in most racing games, you know, there's like 3 people or so, 2 or 3 people that could possibly win. And so they might trade back and forth the top AI positions between just 3 racers, not within the whole pack. But in this game, the people that finish last in one race might actually win the next event, which would not be realistic with real drivers, and so it's usually mimicked in racing games. So you're competing with only like 3 other drivers to win the event, even though other drivers are on the course. But in this game, it's not uncommon for the winner of one racing event to finish dead last in the second racing event, at least out of the points. So 3 different people will win the 3 different events. 3 different people will win the 3 different races, and they may not even get points in the other 2 races of the events. It's a little. So what I'm saying is the events are easier to win, and the fact that if you win, if you're in the lead in an event, they put you at the end. Is something that can be overcome. They put you in the back of the pack. Although, again, because of the aggressiveness of the drivers, putting you in the back can be, I really didn't want to make a nemesis of that guy, because now he's going to try to run me off the road, so I have to make sure that I get far enough ahead of him, which is going to be difficult because he gets a speed boost for being my nemesis, because the vehicle doesn't run on petrol, it runs on rage, apparently. Once I said petrol. It's made by Codemasters. They're out of the UK, so I gotta say petrol. Oh, that was kind of got screwed there, but I don't know. 51%. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know how far away I am, but notice my nemesis is still right behind me. I got 2 nemesis behind me. Nemesises. Yeah, I knew he was gonna hit me, but that was kind of my fault. I cut to the inside of them. They're obsessed with, they don't yield on the racing line, things like that real drivers would do. If you're on the racing line and they're halfway behind you, you've got a 1 tire lead on them, and you're on the racing line, they'll hit your back end to get on that racing line. They're not that smart to avoid the conflict. In fact, I think they try to. They try to make that be aggressive. And as you move up to every level, this gets more and more aggressive. Which means on the next scene, my nemesis gets a speed boost. I hit him so far back. I passed so many cars since I hit him. Not a huge number of cars, but I've passed cars since I hit him. And now he gets a speed boost. Oh, no, look at that. No. Flashback. 84%. I'm not going to win now because of that. Not going to win because of that. My nemesis drove me into the wall. Now I've got a new nemesis, because one guy drove me into the wall, which blocked the path of another guy. I've got 3 nemesis, which are all going to get speed boosts, and I'm going to have to redo those. I don't know. I might only have to finish in the top 3. I don't know what the criteria is. I'm ahead of my rival. I don't think 12th place is going to be enough. I think I'm going to have to get at least some points out of this race. If I have to finish in 10th or better. Probably have to finish higher than that. And it's come to the end, and I'm not going to make it. All because they messed me up. And I don't want to have to turn on. I see your chat there. Hold on, brother. I don't want to have to turn on flashbacks, but the game wants you to turn on flashbacks. Cultured Light Skin 4. Yo, how's it going? It's going fine, except I'm complaining about this game. The game's really fun. I love the game. I do recommend the game, but don't try to play the career mode on stream. That's all. Oh, hold on, my mic is going crazy again. Okay, hopefully that will fix it. I set the controller down a weird way and that bumped the mic. Crackle, yeah, thanks, Nearing, for letting me know. I heard it. I don't see your chats any sooner than I can hear it myself, because you don't hear it for 20 seconds until after it happens, and by the time you type, I'll hear it. So, yeah, and if I'm in the middle of a race, you won't hear it. So, yeah, did I finish third? I finished second. That might be good enough. I would have won the event had I not. No, I needed to finish first. Oh, here we go again. Oh, the game. I hate the way the career mode is structured. You have to play games outside of career mode to be able to advance in career mode. And the game just messes with you. I either have to turn the difficulty level down lower, which means I'll win so many races without even trying, because they'll be less aggressive as well as slower, or I leave the current difficulty level and end up getting run into the wall and not be able to play. That's good. I was recently doing a co-op mode with somebody through Rookie and it worked. Yeah. I got through Rookie. What difficulty level were you playing? I mean, I don't know what your natural skill is. Mine is mediocre, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got through it all, because you're just better than me. But the game is fun. The game is really fun, but there's so many things, like the sponsors are messed up. You can't get certain sponsor things. They don't give you credit for. Like on things I get zeros, even though I've actually, it's like Survive, one in particular I remember, Survive so many eliminations. I play an elimination race. I survive a whole bunch of eliminations. I come in first. Zero, I get zero credit for that. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to do the event over again, which is frustrating. Average player like you, honestly, I put it on hard. That's what I'm on, hard. I'm on hard. Yeah. Do you get frustrated too with, or do you play with flashbacks? Because I'm not playing with flashbacks, which means I have to restart races if they really screw me too much. I could have restarted that one since I knew I was not going to win, but I thought I had a chance of finishing second or third. I did not know that I had to finish first. I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, I'm curious. Do you play with Flex? I'll show you my difficulty level. I'm gonna have to take a break here anyway before I start that event, so I'll show you my difficulty level. Everything. It's custom because I have full damage, including terminal damage. Difficulty level is hard, which is the middle one. Oh, I'm curious now, what is it? Expert and Legend is the highest one. Okay. Flashbacks I have turned off. I don't even have a key for it because I hate flashbacks. Oops. Gameplay. I hit the wrong button. Flashback's disabled. Semi-automatic, so I can clutch kick if I need to. Otherwise, it's automatic because I'm playing on controller and I'm an old man. I don't have the button mashing ability. The video game I grew up with was on the Ataris, where you only had one button to press. So the clutch override, yes. Camera, any camera. I have the racing line on. I don't know the courses. I don't really like the racing line on, but it does help me know where they're going to try to run me off the road. Career length 1, I'd like to turn this up, but not for YouTube. And then middle or so of these other controls, which it seems to drive fine for me like that. So, you put it on flashbacks on certain tracks with the very little experience I have, especially since they will kill on certain areas. I have to turn it on certain tracks. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's my frustration, exactly. And I do not want to turn flashbacks on. In part because if you look at my controls, I don't even have a control bound for flashbacks. I have my control set for other things. I don't have a button available yet for flashbacks. I'd have to turn something else off to turn flashbacks on. That's how much I dislike flashback. Oh, headlights. I could turn on headlights, and somebody told me that, you know, if you flash them, if they would normally be blue flagged, you can flash them. In other words, you're lapping them or something. If you flash them, they'll move out of the way. But again, I don't have a button available to do that. Because even though I'm playing on semi-automatic, I do want to be able to gear up and gear down, because sometimes you have to. Anyway, so those are my controls. I'm going to take a break here, though. Culture, stick around. It's just going to be a 2-3 minute break. I need to run down the hall. But for those of you watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this. Yes, I am on Xbox. Yeah, I know. The next thing you're going to ask is, can you play? Sometime maybe, but not while I'm streaming. Everybody, when they ask if I'm on Xbox, they say, oh, can I join your game? So maybe you weren't thinking that, but I get that a lot. So no offense if I was assuming. You know what assume stands for, right? Anyway, I am going to take a break here for those of you watching on Twitch. Stick around. I will be back in just a couple minutes. If you are watching on YouTube, though, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next Grid Legends episode on YouTube will be the next weekend at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. But look at my YouTube channel. You'll see there's all kinds of other games there. Civilization, Dirt Rally, Snow Runner. Those are the other 3 I'm streaming right now, but a whole bunch of other games in the past too. So youtube.com/@RollCaseTV. So yep. Either way, Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then.